Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be talking about the Fantastic Four, which just came out tonight, and this is going to be non-spoiler review. But before you get into it, if you want, hit that like, subscribe, to help out so you miss any future videos. So yeah, we're not going to give anything away. I just want to know what you thought of it first.
No spoilers, of course. So we just got back moments ago from watching the Fantastic Four movie. First things first, I think this had to be one of the best Fantastic Four movies they've made. They've made, I think, 3 or 4 when it was used to be under Fox and 20th Century.
Yeah, they made 3.
And those ones I really wasn't a huge fan of, because of creative purposes. But this one, I definitely think they nailed it out of the ballpark. I think the storytelling was amazing. The action scenes were intense, heroic, tense at times. Shouldn't say it had that like get out of your seat type of vibe, like get your heart going. And the way they portray these characters, from Reed to Susan to Johnny, I felt like we actually got to see the legitimate Fantastic Four, like Reed actually portraying Pedro Pascal, who plays Reed Richards in the movie. I think he did an amazing job portraying Mr. Fantastic, or Reed Richards, being the smartest guy in the Marvel comics, being a scientist. I think he did an outstanding job portraying the character, and same thing goes with the rest of the cast. One thing I will say is Ralph Ineson, who plays Galactus, I think he absolutely nailed it. The action scenes he was in, the voice of Galactus, I think it was well spot on. I think he did absolutely amazing. But definitely the whole cast of the film did a great job. One thing I will say is there are 2 end credit scenes. Without giving it away, there is a little bit of surprise at the end. I will leave it at that. There is a surprise that.
Well, I think that goes without saying. I think the end final end credits end. I guess it's worth sticking around for. It's okay. The mid credit scene is more important than the very, very final credit scene. I'm gonna agree with him on this movie. I think it was fantastic. No pun intended. I thought that Galactus was far better in this one than the previous iterations. I think it actually made you fear for the Earth, and like, how are they going to defeat this character, this guy who's
12-foot tall guy.
And I think Julie Garner, who played Charlotte Bell, I think she did a good job doing that character.
That was one thing I think that was a little bit of a twist that Marvel did, because normally in the Marvel comics, usually Norman Rad, I think his name is, he's the Silver Surfer in the Marvel comics, and usually that's the way it's supposed to go. Usually,
well, she was also in the comics.
Yeah, no,
it's not like she wasn't in the comics.
No, she was too. But usually the main storyline is Norman Rad is Galactus' servant in the comics. But I just thought it was a cool twist that Marvel did. And
I thought she did a good job playing that.
Yeah, she's a very good actor.
I think overall this movie was really good. He said, the action scenes are really good. Reed Richards, I thought his superpowers, where he can stretch, and also I think it wasn't too over the top, like in the previous movies where it just seemed a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think this one was just definitely toned down.
And I think one other thing that was pretty cool is their son in the movie, Franklin Richards. I mean, when she has the baby. I think when people watch this movie, when they see their son in the movie, I think what's cool is the way they tease as to how powerful he's going to be down the line. Because in the Marvel comics, Franklin Richards, he's this big, powerful guy that can create universes, battle worlds, during the Secret War storyline. But I think it's pretty cool in this film how they tease how, in future films, maybe TV shows, I don't know, but how he's going to be the next big character going down the line.
They have to go a long way into the future for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because we're just a
Or
baby.
maybe I don't know.
But I know what you're saying. I just don't know how they're going to do it. It's going to be a long ways in the future.
Because I don't necessarily like, I don't know if in these movies, like, because obviously, you know, there's the young Avengers, you know, and things like, I don't know if they rapidly grow in like 2 seconds. Like, I don't know if they're doing it differently. I don't know, but I just thought it was cool in my
Sure, maybe
opinion.
because he's not like normal. He's not a regular human being. Maybe he does grow quicker. I don't really know how that. I don't know a lot about that particular character from the comics. I know who he is. I just don't know much about him.
I just thought it was cool how they gave a preview as to like how big he's gonna be down the line, and
I thought overall that this movie went really quick, and they didn't waste any time getting into the whole Galactus part of the movie. It happened pretty quickly, which I'm kind of glad they didn't drag it on too long. There's a few parts here they kind of talked more than what was necessary, but not it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like it was anything was terrible. I thought the movie was really good.
And I can actually kind of say for once, I'm kind of glad Marvel actually like gave us the comic accurate Galactus, like the full on costume, everything about him. I thought it was pretty cool, and I think one thing that kind of surprised me is to how big he is, how big of a guy he. Because
you can get bigger and smaller. So
no,
because I thought it was cool how big he was in the movie.
Because I do know in the comics he can go from being smaller to being a 20-foot guy. Like I thought it was pretty cool how tall he was. I'm like, I'm watching. I'm like, oh my god, like he's ginormous. I'm like, so I thought that was pretty cool how they got him right. I'm like, oh,
it is going to be interesting to see how the Fantastic Four end up in the same universe as these other characters. Also,
the MCU timeline.
They showed the teaser for Doom and the character's going to be like Thor,
Captain America.
All the different characters.
Anyone who's in like Avengers Endgame.
This is a different Earth that takes place on
Earth 828 is the Earth they're on. That's the Fantastic Four on Earth 828.
Yeah, so it's a different universe, but I can't say too much. I don't want to give it away. But it's going to be interesting. How does that end up happening? What movies is that going to end up happening?
Because obviously Doomsday is first, and then Secret Wars is after, and obviously Doomsday is about Doctor Doom, because clearly something has to happen in their timeline, the Fantastic Four timeline, for them to go to the MCU. Like does I'm just brainstorming this. Like, does Doctor Doom show up in Avengers Doomsday? Does he like take out their timeline and they invade? You know, does Galactus come back? I mean, I don't necessarily know. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to go on too much longer. I don't want the video to be too long.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to accidentally give anything away. I don't like spoiling this for anybody. So I think we're going to wrap up this video.
Yeah.
If I had to give this a score on a 1 to 5, I'd probably give this a 5 out of 5. I thought it was really well done.
Me too.
For once.
Strongly agree.
That being said, as always, appreciate anybody who tunes in to check out our videos. So hit that like, subscribe. Until next time.